In 1932, two brothers, Smoke and Stack, returned to their hometown in Mississippi to start a new career. They purchase an old sawmill and look to turn it into the hottest juke joint in town, with food, booze, and local musicians. On opening night, however, dark forces congregate on the establishment. Dark forces that only look to feed and spread their curse. This is Sinners. Sinners is the latest film directed by Ryan Coogler, and it stars Michael B. Jordan. I swear, those two are just inseparable, but I guess every director does have that one actor they just love working with. And for good reason, they work really well together. And their latest project, Sinners, is no exception. This film is absolute cinema, but with an S. Ryan Coogler more than flexes his range as a director with one of the coolest vampire movies we've had in a long time. And we've had some pretty solid vampire movies of late.
No, not you, Seamus.
Ah, poo.
It is a top-notch period piece with fantastic performances, great music, top-of-the-line set design, and of course, great themes. Potentially Ryan Coogler's best work. And as I mentioned, it wouldn't be a Ryan Coogler film without Michael B. Jordan, in what is probably his best performance yet. Or I guess I should say performances. Smoke and Stack are two great leading characters, and them being played by the same actor makes the second half of the film even more exciting and impressive. Now, I'm not proud to say that it kinda took me a second to tell which twin was which early on in the film. They both carry themselves in very similar ways, with a very proud stance. But don't get it twisted, this is not me knocking Michael B. Jordan's performance in the film. Just something I felt like that is worth noting because the characters themselves are still extremely different within the story itself. Haley Steinfeld is also stellar in this film too. Although, it is imperative Shameik Moore does not watch this film. He would not know how to contain himself. The great supporting cast doesn't stop there either, with fantastic performances given by Delroy Lindo, Wunmi Musaku, Jack O'Connell, and in his film debut, Miles Catton. Just an all-around fantastic cast. Now this film is packed to the brim with themes, both figuratively and literally. Now, this being an African-American-led film taking place in the South in the 1930s, there is no shortage of the discrimination subtext. Albeit it's not very subtle, but to be fair, sometimes you just gotta hit some people over the head with it, or they're not gonna get it. Personally, I half expected the vampires to be stand-ins for the KKK, and I suppose that isn't entirely false, but they're more so characterized as those super pushy religious people. Those super pushy religious people who are like, I'm only trying to help and save you from damnation. I'm just trying to help. Those kind. But to the vampires' credit, they aren't racist. So they have that over a good portion of the population of Earth. But a big part about this film is just how African culture has impacted music as a whole. I know for a fact I cannot do the film justice in describing just how amazing it depicts this. So I'm not really going to try. Just know there is one awesome one-take scene in this film that really just sells you on the idea. It doesn't even have vampires in it. It's just so brilliant and well done. And the literal part of the themes is, well, the actual music. From the actual music of the film, all of which is performed excellently by the cast, to the score done by Ludwig Göransson. He has got to be one of the best New Age composers, working excellently with Ryan Coogler on Creed and both Black Panther films. You can't make an Oscar-winning score for a movie about the guy that created the atom bomb and also make a really fun score for a movie about a girl who turns into a red panda. Unless you have his range. But here's the thing. Now, a small but important detail I just freaking loved about this film was how they utilized a weakness of vampires that I don't see get used that often. I can't really get myself to say what it is out of fear of spoilers, but it really elevated the film's tension and led to a pretty awesome climax. Again, another stroke of genius on Ryan Coogler's part. I really dig the overall look and aesthetic of the film. They really nailed the 1930s look. The only other movie I can compare it to, in terms of just how well it really hit that kind of time period on the head, was Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Random comparison, but both of those films just really captured that time period very well, and how kind of shitty it would be to live in it. I'll be real, I would not survive a week in that time period. I'm sure everyone else who lived during that time were perfectly content because they didn't know anything else, but like, I couldn't. It seems to me that one of the top 3 things to do in that time period was go to war, I'm assuming. Really, the only real flaw I have with this film has nothing to do with the film itself, but more so the trailer. The trailer made it seem like it was a 2-hour-long vampire action film, and it's not. That said, the characters are all great, and the scenes early on in the film are really character-driven, and it's awesome. This is a similar complaint I had with another Morbid Month graduate, Abigail. But Abigail is also a 5-star movie, so take this complaint as you will. Speaking of Morbid Month, you might be wondering what that is. It's just this little joke I made, how every April we get a vampire movie and how each one of them is better than the last. 2022, Morbius. 2023, Renfield. 2024, Abigail. 2025, Sinners. If the MCU Blade movie comes out and it doesn't release in April, what are we doing? But I'm glad this continues the positive upward trend for vampire movies. Sinners is absolutely a must-watch. Not only is it one of the best vampire movies ever, it's probably Ryan Coogler's best film. He has 2 great comic book movies, a great sports movie, and now a great vampire movie under his belt. He is the GOAT. And if you're hungry for original films, this is one you need to sink your teeth into. I hope you all enjoyed this review, and if you did, please consider hitting that like button, and if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell to be notified when my next review drops. Until next time, I'm Quint Dunaway, hoping you will keep it cinematic. That was also spelled with an S, by the way.